Before we get into this video, I just want to let you guys know that this video was actually filmed a few months ago. This is what my hair actually looks like now. I thought I'd let you know. New content will be coming out soon. Don't worry about it. 2021, you already know. New year. I ain't gonna say new year, new me. Anyways, let's get straight to it. What's good, Too Smooth fam? I'm back with another banger, and today we are going to go over some frequently asked questions. So a few of you guys have been commenting and DM me like a whole bunch of different questions, but I see similarities in some of them. I'm like, you know, I mean, I love explaining it to you guys, but I think it'd just be easier to put in a video what questions you guys and answer it all at once. All right, before we get started though, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe. You already know. Too Smooth fam. Anyways, we are going to get straight to the video.
Put in a dark bitch, stop in a hard bitch, not a hard carpet, and look on scar bitch, your girl bleed, my girl skew.
All right, to start off with, the first thing that I noticed most of you guys were asking was stuff about the gel I use, or can I use this instead of this, or is it, if I don't have gel or oil, what do I use? Okay, so I'm gonna start by saying with this question, it's a little complicated depending on what you're really asking for, but to start off with, I just want to say no, you do not have to use only gel. Like, I use multiple things. I use oils, sometimes I use water, and I use gel, obviously. So I'm going to kind of like explain like the difference that I notice between them and which one works best for me. All right, to start off with is gel. If you just go to any hair store or like, you know, any place that sells hair products, you will see styling gel. Now, depending on your hair, one might work better for the other, but in general, all styling gel or any styling gel that works for you will work. So if you guys go check out my other videos, you will see the styling gel that I use, and you guys can use that because I mean, I love that one. It's not too expensive and it works for me. So you guys could go do that. And yeah, I mean, it's really just, there's some gels that they have extra hold, some are just normal. I like the extra hold ones because like it holds extra, so it helps more. Anyways, the gel, yeah, just look for that and then you're good. But to counteract not having that styling gel, here's some other stuff that I know that is good to use. The reason why I use gel and oil, but oil might work better, well, it does. I would say for me, oil does work better for locking hair up instead of water. It's because it's thicker. So like, for an example, you put water in your hair, right? It dries up really fast, like depending on how much water you're putting in your hair. So for one, you don't want to put too much or else it just won't dry. You know, I start getting nasty hair. But if you just put a little bit, it's gonna dry really fast. So when you use oil, I say I like using oil over water. So you can use coconut oil. There's different types of styling oil. It's not really styling gel, but it's pretty similar to that. Yeah, so to answer that question, yes, you can use oils. Water, like I said, is good. May not be good as gel or oil, but you could definitely use water because it works. All right, are you supposed to do this every 2 days? So to start off with, I'd say yeah, about every 2 days. Like, if you notice that your hair like is like coming undone, I would like use more gel or oil and do it more. But like, if it's just to find like a steady, like to start point, I say about every 2 days, go ahead and twist your hair. Some days use gel, some days use oil, some days use water. I wouldn't say use gel and oil like every single time, because for one, your hair is gonna get messy real fast, and it's just a lot to deal with, especially since when you're first starting your dreads, you don't want to like overwash your hair or else it'll come out, but you still want to wash it to make sure that it's clean. But yeah, so every 2 days is pretty good when you're first starting off, or if you want, you could do it every day. But when you start to notice that when you go to sleep and wake up in the morning and your dreads are like still intact and stuff, I'll start spreading out the days more. Because like I said in a previous video, like sometimes your hair will start getting thin if you over twist them, and so you don't want to over twist them, right? So if you think you should, then do it. If you don't think you should, you shouldn't. And also, I want to point out, it's gonna look different for everyone. When you first start off, it's gonna look different. Some people's hair is just a little bit more coarse, and that'll like the lines and stuff, the separation will be different, right? And so if yours doesn't look like how mine did, don't worry about it, okay? You just gotta make sure that it's actually doing what I'm saying it's supposed to do. Like if it's actually starting to lock up like over some time, then you're good. Don't even worry about it. And you know, you're gonna have the point you kind of look ugly, but I mean, look at where we're at now, bro. We're making progress, right? Getting some long dreads. Back to the question though. So I said 2 days to start off with, and then eventually you start spreading it to like every 2 weeks or whatever. But right now I'm to the point where I retwist when I feel like it's necessary, right? So my hair's actually gotten pretty long, and remind you, I have huge names, bigger than my face, right? So this is pretty long dread. My dreads are come a long way. So like, for example, what I would do is I would take my dread out and I'd reach to like the root of it and see like how much is twisted and how much isn't. And then if I notice that it needs to be retwisted, I'll go ahead and retwist it. So, I mean, I'm to the point where I don't need a schedule. So if you've been consistent with it, you're not gonna really need a schedule. You kind of just know when you need a retwist. And yeah, that's the answer to that question. So someone else pointed out, will I have bald spots when I twist my hair? I kind of like answer that like in my other question, but here's an example. But here's what I think he's trying to say. Like when you part your hair, right? It's like, you see that? Because what's happening is each dread pulls on the hair, right? And so it's just left with like these little spots around it. That's gonna happen. Like when you see someone with braids or cornrows or whatever, you see that separation. It's natural. It's naturally gonna happen. And so when you start off your dreads, you're gonna have like little spots that may look bald, but in reality it's not bald, it's just your dread. Like that hair right there is going into a dread, and it may look separated. But yeah, don't worry about that unless it's unusually large. I would say there might be something wrong. But other than that, like even I still have some like parts where it looks like that because it's just naturally gonna look like that. And something else some of you guys have been pointing out is like, you don't really know when your dreads are gonna start matching how you picture them or like how you want them to look, right? And so some of you have been asking, how long is it gonna take? You know, when will I know when it's to that point? Honestly, for one, it depends on what you want it to look like, right? Like I like this, you know. I want my dreads to get longer, like pretty long, but I mean I like it like this, right? So you're not gonna have an idea. I mean, you could, so what you could do, right, is go look at my past videos and see like how much they've grown over time and kind of like get an estimate from there. But I mean, not everyone's hair grows the same. So I'll say, depending on how long you want your dreads or what you want them to look like, it all depends. And like I said, there's gonna be a point in time where your hair just, if you trust the process, you'll be going from this to, you feel me, this. I mean, it is so much nicer when you actually have the hair that you want, right? And so I definitely understand where you're coming from. If you, it's pretty bad. So don't worry about it. Just you gotta trust the process and understand that when your hair gets longer, it'll start looking better. So there's actually been a few people saying, does this work for Caucasian hair? I know that white people or people with straight hair can get dreads, but I don't know if this process is gonna work. So, I mean, I guess that's up for you guys to discover. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I mean, those are the questions that you guys have frequently been asking me and really want to know, DM me. And you know, I was like, let me just explain it to all you guys at once. But yeah, I will catch you guys in another video. I hope you guys understand and like have an idea now. And if not, just comment more and I'll go ahead and make another video. All right, I'll catch you guys next time.